that's going to happen, or you're scared, or that's your first time to react to it?
In maths, I was looking at a D, and I wasn't really proud of myself.
Basically, when I came here in this country, I just got D's and U's, D's and U's. I was with a D in maths and a C in English.
English isn't my first language. In my country, they didn't taught me English like that high.
In the normal classroom, there's everyone talking constantly, they're distracting learning.
It's annoying because sometimes in an exam paper you might see a question that you know how, in a way you know how to do it, but it's just the steps of reaching the answer you forget.
I was afraid to ask the question to the teacher because if I'm wrong, students gonna start to laugh at me and they're just scary.
Sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable to ask a teacher because like, everyone might start laughing and you're like, oh, okay.
To be honest, I didn't care about my future then. I was like, future's coming, just let it come. Don't really. Like, I had no plans. I just came and I was doing my GCSEs. I had no plans. I didn't know what college I was going to. I didn't know what uni I was going to. I didn't even know what I was going to study. I didn't know what I was going to become.
One Degree is an academic and personal development mentoring program that works with students with unrealised potential. And these are typically students that are looking like there's a good chance they could fail, but they also have the potential to do better. The intervention program works by meeting up with students on weekends, on Saturdays and or Sundays, gets them into small mentoring groups, and this can be anything from one-on-one tuition revision to 1 to 6. And works through the English and math skills leading up to their GCSE exams.
We recognise that those are the two compulsory subjects that the state requires for students to get into higher level education.
Having a fundamentally good grounding in maths and English and getting a good exam grade opens the doors to them for higher education and from there better careers and better lives.
It's like a program who really helps you to get your grade, what you wanna be.
I joined One Degree, and Roger and the maths teacher and English, they raised me up as their own child and took me in, and now in maths I'm looking at a C, and hopefully in the real exams I'll get a B.
In English I used to get an E, but now these days in IGCSE I'm a C, and in maths I used to get a D, but after that 8 months now I'm now at a B and a C, so it really improved my grades.
I was in a D, to be honest, but then now I started improving a lot in maths. Hopefully I'll get an A between that boundary.
When I came in this country and in the school, my grades were about F's and about D's. I wasn't even on C's, to be honest. And now, with the help of One Degree, on English I have a chance to get B, and in maths I get B's. I can get an A in maths now.
Generally speaking, One Degree has been successful in reaching a 40% increase in grades.
We also help with our students' self-confidence and self-belief. Many of our students have been told for a very long time that they're not going to achieve and that they should just give up.
It's very much about personal development as well. It's about growing their confidence, growing their self-esteem, growing their social cohesion, so how they get along with their peers and their families at home. So all the skills that they learn academically are transferable across not only the other subjects but into their personal life as well.
A lot of the kids in my group, they are not originally from England, so at home they speak a different language, whether it's Polish, Portuguese or anything else. So obviously that makes it a bit more challenging.
It's not that they can't achieve a pass grade, they can. They're very intelligent kids and they've got really bright ideas. It's just overcoming that obstacle of self-belief. They think that because they're not as good or they may not be on par as native English speakers, they can't achieve a good grade.
The process in One Degree is really different in school, because in school we're all in one room and everyone is looking at the teacher, and the teacher doesn't have visuals, so it's really hard. But in One Degree, everyone is separated in groups, and teachers are focused on the main people.
So whereas in a big classroom they might get lost or their concentration might go, we're really working with 1, 2, maybe groups of 3 students and 1 mentor. So we're listening to them, we're answering their questions and just giving them, I suppose, a bit more support and inspiring them and telling them, that they have such a wonderful ability to do really, really well in their exams.
So you have like individual mentors with you, so it's much easier, it's at your own pace. They'll literally ask you one by one, do you understand this? How have we got here? How? Why? So like simple things, sometimes in maths you might forget, but with the mentors, you just go over it and it sticks in your head.
My name's Sarah Haddon and I work for an organisation called MyBank, who are a finance and enterprise education charity. We've been asked to work with One Degree to deliver some programmes to basically give these young people access to financial education. So across the afternoon we are talking about things like tax, national insurance, where that tax money goes and what it's spent on, how to budget and make sensible choices with their money, and things that will really put them in control of their own finances when they leave school.
Not only are we focusing on maths and English, but also the speeches they have in the afternoons, the companies that come in and do things with them, so it's just building their whole character.
We get to know these kids and they may talk to us about other issues, they might talk to us about their aspirations, and we may talk to them about, the path of how we got to where we got to. And over time, hopefully they can see that, success isn't necessarily something that's denied to you because of your family circumstances or your background. There's generic qualities that have to be exhibited to get there.
So where are they going to go to get help?
Education is your power. You can lose your job, lose your home, lose the people you love will die, but no one can ever take away your education. And if you have that, you have a strong, independent place in the world, and if all the knocks the world can give you, you can still get back on your feet and look after yourself. You can earn your own money. That's what we need to give them. Opportunities to education and tutoring that they wouldn't get, but also a window so that they can see these people in lofty positions aren't necessarily from a different class or from a different world, that we're all just normal people, and you've just still got to battle a bit to get there.
They basically teach us how to improve ourselves, for example, our attitudes, behavior, and also how to study and how to gain the better grades.
The program affected me the way I was before and the way I am now. Because before I couldn't speak English properly, even I was afraid to talk with people. Now I'm alright, I can talk with people, everybody.
It's really effective because it helped me develop myself, not in subjects but physically, because and now I'm more focused, and the One Degree helped me get into a stage of being a man. So
I have to say that One Degree helped me out and to have interactions with people from other countries and background, because in school I usually stay with my people from my country, from Portugal.
This is another thing which is interesting, is trying to bring that sort of team spirit where they're not only by themselves trying to learn to get their GCSE. It's more like, okay, we're a group, we try to learn together.
That's the most exciting part of the program, to see how it works from start to finish, how these kids kind of grow as individuals and grow together as well.
It's like a different atmosphere. It was more friendly, it was better for us to relate to. It wasn't just a bunch of children that were here to learn and whatever. They actually cared for us, they wanted to help us move on.
socialize, while you work, while you gain knowledge, while your character build. It's like, it's everything into one. It's a person. It's like, yeah, I'm just grateful to have 1 degree.
I'm in a really good position because I already have got interviews done for my college, and they said my predicted grades are really good. And I think this is all because of 1 degree, because I really don't think if 1 degree didn't help me, I would have like stayed at the bottom.
I'm studying aerospace engineering with pilot studies in University of Hertfordshire, and I'm not gonna lie, it was partially because of 1 degree.
My dream is to be a pilot.
I want to be an architect. Geologist.
The name sort of says it all. We make a, even if we just make a small difference, a small fractional difference to the lives of the students, you know, at this stage in their lives, you know, it can change fundamentally the direction the rest of their life takes, you know, in a very positive way. Obviously, there are many charities out there, many places you can put your either your corporate money or personal money. But I think of all the charities I know, this one has the greatest impacts on the people, you know, it touches.
Things like this with extra education and for meeting people who want to spend time with them and give their time for free, you can really inspire that they don't have to give up and that they can be what they want to be. And it just, even if you can just get them their C's and get them their steps to college, and you just hope that the rest of their life, at least they'll have a chance and they can make of it what they will. If they walk out the doors and they don't have anything, you wonder what the future holds for them. And you just want to give them the best start possible, and I think, you know, 1 degree does an amazing thing in that.
One small degree of change could, in effect, open up a lifetime of possibilities for you.
1 degree is basically taking people in and helping them. What's that word?